Hi, you've tuned in to the Raging Aggron channel, and I'm your host, Djingis. So this will be the last draft recap from the PSL in the Pony Division, Moon Conference, and it will be the Minnesota Mawiles. Get it right. This team, I feel like it's the best way to go through this is just to go through it and not say anything beforehand. Heatran, Flash Fire user, pretty bulky, hard to take down, needs Air Balloon to be really useful in draft league format because so many things gets Earthquake and will take it down pretty easily. Extremely good special attack, hits hard. Flash Fire, as I said, is a really good ability. Flame Body is another really good ability. A lot of coverage. It's a really good Pokemon overall. But that ground weakness might destroy it pretty well. Then we have Rock Fire type in Mega Diancie. Magic Bounce to get rid of the hazards on your side, which is really useful, especially when you face a Shuckle. The stats are just insane. I mean, the HP stat isn't that good, but with the defense SP 110 already, it's extremely bulky. I really like this pick as Mega. Gets Stealth Rocks, it's good wall, and hits hard as well. Oh, of course, Heatran does that as well, and it's his crystal user. I mean, I really like this pick. I haven't really used Mega Diancie by myself, so I don't really know too much about it. But I feel like it can put in a lot of work. Then we have Zapdos. Zapdos is a Pokemon that I don't feel like is Tier 1 worthy, but should be in Tier 2. Because, yes, Zapdos is good, and Static helps it being a defensive Pokemon. But I haven't seen I haven't seen any player use it as well as Miguel has used it. And that's the problem with Zapdos, because if only one person can use it really well, I don't feel like it should be in Tier 1. Easy as that. But that's not my opinion, that's not for me to decide. Zapdos picks it up, and I feel like it will work pretty well. I really hope he knows how to use it. And I feel like it's a good team for it to be on, because it's great for Diancie, Christ, and Heatran to have immunity to ground. And this is an electric type as well, so I mean it's pretty good. It's kinda fast, hits really hard. I really like it. It has a good move pool as well. And you get a lot of moves that you don't really think about. But it's still a really good Pokemon to have. Then the next Pokemon is Tangrowth, the monster tree that Earthquakes with. It's extremely bulky and hits kinda hard as well. Chlorophyll, you don't ever see Chlorophyll on this thing, you will never see Leaf Guard. You will just see Regenerator on this thing. Regenerator with AV, and then have Giga Drain. And you just get health back all the time. You don't really care about damage. It's such an annoying wall. But it's a really good Pokemon. I really like it. It'll be really fun to see how he uses it. Primarina. So Primarina is a Pokemon that most of us never thought of as being an offensive threat. When we saw it the first time, we thought, okay, it's a bulky Pokemon. That's it. But Primarina is actually an extremely offensive threatening Pokemon. Because since it's so bulky, it doesn't really care about being hit, even if it's slow. And to have Choice Specs Primarina is extremely scary, because that thing, I mean, Choice Specs Moon Blast overall is extremely scary. And Choice Specs Scald is extremely scary as well. And to have a Pokemon that learns both, and I have Stab with both, with an Choice Specs, I mean, this thing will destroy lives. Though I see it more like a defensive Pokemon on this team, but you can run it very offensively, and I feel like he maybe will do that. So Beware. Beware is one Pokemon that is really it's really annoying to deal with, and even to have in your team, because Fluffy is good, but not good enough to make it that useful, because Fire-type moves are pretty common. So that's pretty bad in my opinion. And it doesn't have the best special defensive stat as well, so you would kinda need to run AV to even have a chance to survive a lot of Fire-type moves. Beware is a pretty good Pokemon. It's pretty bulky, it's pretty hard hitting, The fluffy ability will help it pretty well, but as I said, you need to have something for fire types, and you have Heatran, you have Primarina, you have Diancie. I feel like it can do well on this team. Normal fighting is never wrong, especially fighting type. It's really good. Hard hitting fighting types is one of the best fightings in one of the best typings in Draft League format. And talking about fighting types that hits hard, here we have Hitmonlee, another spinner, a good Pokemon overall. Limber friends from that. Unburden is maybe the move you'll see most of the time, because Fake Out Unburden is an extremely good Pokemon. It's an extremely good moveset to run on this Pokemon with the normal gem that we are allowing. And it has a lot of priority as well. You can do a lot of, so you don't really have to run all that in speed. But it hits extremely hard, and if you want to hit even harder... sorry guys. Sorry, it's still pretty early here. You can run Reckless as well and have a pretty hard hitting thing. But Hitmonlee is... I could see this run defensively most of the time, even if it hits hard. And I really like this Pokemon, I really like the pickup. It'll be really fun to see how he uses it. Next up we have Rotom Cut. Rotom Cut is a Pokemon that I feel like it's the worst. I feel like it is the worst of the Rotom forms. Even if it's an interesting typing, I feel like it's the worst Rotom form, because Leaf Storm destroys your special attacking stat, and you don't want it to destroy your special attacking stat because you need it to get health and so forth. It's a good Pokemon. You don't really need Levitate in this thing, because it can eat Earthquakes pretty fine since it's dual typing, which makes it neutral. It's pretty bulky. Fire weakness is workable in this team, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I feel like it's a good Pokemon to add. It could have been better though, but I like it. Then we have Diggersby, and Diggersby will never run pickup. It might use Cheek Pouch if you run a defensive set, but most of the time you'll see a huge power set. And huge power Choice Scarf can actually put in a lot of work on the right team. And it's actually pretty scary. I also seen huge power. Yeah, this thing gets Spelodram, of course. I forgot to tell that. No, doesn't it? No, it doesn't get Spelodram. What? It should get Spelodram. Just look at it. It's already drums it Spelly. I mean, huge power overall is an extremely good ability, even if you have a low attack stat. So I mean, this will be a really good Pokemon type. It has great coverage, and it hits hard, as I said. Yeah, it's good pickup. Then we have an extremely fast electric type that hits so hard. Jolteon is one of those Pokemon that you don't want to hang around for long in a match, because it can destroy you completely. If this thing is at full and you have 3 Pokemon left, get ready to get blown back. I'm just saying, because you can't really switch around those 3 Pokemon because you need them at full health. And every time Jolteon switches in, you have to let something die. It's one of the best Pokemon in Draft League format. It was the league leader in kills in the GBA for... was in the top 5 for 3 seasons in a row in the GBA. And it's a really good electric type. I really like Jolteon. I never made it used. I never make good use of it by myself, but I've seen other makes making really good use of it. And if you really know how to use Jolteon, it's a threat. And no matter what, it's a threat, because you don't really know what Jolteon will do. Crawdont. I don't think you'll run Hypercutter. I feel like you'll run Adaptability. And Stead knockoff with Adaptability is extremely hard, especially from a base 120 attack. If you run this, I've seen this been running a lot of different ways, but I must say that I really love the AV set for Crawdont. As you know, as you probably have noticed by now, AV is one of my favorite items. But AV Crawdont is really good. It's bulky as fuck. You can't. I mean, it never dies. You have to look out for the dark typing though, because fighting is a thing, and it doesn't really eat electro types or grass types hits as well either, and fair typings will destroy it. But still, it's a good Pokemon. It hits hard. It has priority in water, in Aqua Jet, not Water Jet, Aqua Jet. And yeah, I feel like it's a good Pokemon. I feel like it will make you good use of this as well. And then, last but not least, we have a Scavalier. Bug Steel, slow Pokemon, good bulk, and a great attack stat. Mega Horn as its signature move most of the time. I mean, it just destroys you with the Mega Horn. It has knockoff Iron Head, Pursuit. I feel like it's Pokemon that really works well on this team because you have a Flash Fire user, you have the Gusby, you have a lot of Pokemon that are immune or resists fire types. So I really feel like a Scavalier can be here a lot of the time, and if you know how to use a Scavalier, it is extremely scary and it's a very good Pokemon nevertheless. So let's just see here. I feel like I went through all the... Yeah, so this is the last team. I feel like this is a team that can be there to conquer for a playoff spot. But it just depends on how he plays and how the other coaches plays. I feel like it might just miss out on it. But it's a really nice team, I really like it. And with that I say bye for now, because the PSL will start pretty soon. And the first match should be up in, well, when this is recording, the first match should be up in 9 days. My name is Djingis, and I will see you next time.